Hello and welcome into our Sunday night edition of Between the Hedges. Thank y'all for tuning in. Whenever it is, we really do appreciate it. What's going on tonight?
Let's go Tigers. Where you at, baby?
Yep, we got Greg saying go Tigers. We got Papa D saying go Dogs in the comments. Hey, I think it was a good day for your Tigers. I'll just let you have the floor. We can start there with that.
Well, not sure too many people know, but I do live in Mississippi now, as they call it around here, the SIP, which doesn't make sense to me. I think it's kind of, they look for something. So we live in Mississippi now, in the great city of Madison, Mississippi, which is about 3 hours south of Oxford and about the same for Starkville. And plenty of state and Ole Miss fans, more Ole Miss fans around us. And let me tell you, we got a bunch of crybabies tonight. It's terrible.
do share, do expound on that.
Oh,
And
man, I can share about some text about, let's see, just one I just got literally probably, when was this? 20
Greg,
minutes
thanks
ago.
for the comment. Lane Train. Yeah,
Lane
Train's
Train.
stopping in Baton Rouge.
He burned a lot of good faith with his antics the last few weeks. He will become the most hated coach in the NCAA. That's one text I got.
Wow.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yes. I've got another one here. Let me look at this one. I've got a picture of Lane dressed up as a clown. Look at that. It says, "Here's your new coach. Y'all getting the clown. We hiring a Batman." Laugh out loud. I'm like, whatever. Then let's see one more. He puts one last one. He said, Oxford is way better than Baton Rouge trash, is what he told me. He said, nothing but clowns, midgets, and freaks in circus purple and gold. Wow. He left for corn dogs, backstabber, and a troll. These are comments I'm getting. And I'm like, I said, don't forget Elvis. And I put Les Miles in an LSU costume looking like Elvis. And he didn't like that one. He said, because Elvis is from Mississippi, and that was Elvis would never look good in purple and gold. So anyways, that's just a couple of them. I went to a restaurant here a little while ago to get some food and walked there with my purple and gold, which I never do. It's a local place I go to all the time. And bartender was messing with me. He said, Michael, you never wear your purple and gold up in here. I said, I did it for a reason tonight.
Uh-huh. Well, so that's kind of the Ole Miss perspective, I'm assuming, those texts. But from your perspective and, just from what you're hearing down your way, is everybody excited, or do you think that everybody thinks that it's the right hire? What are your thoughts?
They do, Dogfather, because here's what people are saying. I'm still on the fence with it, but it is what it is with me. LSU, if people might not think it if they're not looking at LSU, but they had a strong defense this year. Heck, the last game they played against Oklahoma, I think they had 3 interceptions. Florida game, they had 5. They're all over the place. The defense is strong. Blake Baker's got that team rocking. And quite frankly, he was probably one of my top picks, I think, to become the coach because of how he's liked over there down in Red Stick. And everybody's excited about it. We'll see. We'll see what he can do. I just hope the expectations aren't 2 or 3 years he's going to win a championship. I've never thought that was a very realistic play by any means, even with Brian Kelly. So we'll see. I tell you what, to take what's what I'm looking for. The pulse is very high. Everybody's excited, and they're wanting him. They think he's going to win championships right off the bat, and so we'll see. I'm excited about it too. I think a new head coach is good. He's young. I say young. He's 50. He's my age, but he's got a real good eye for players, and he likes the transfer portal, and he likes developing quarterbacks. Which, if you don't know LSU, for the longest time we've had issues with really good, solid quarterbacks. So, and look, I've got my buddy Double D's here. He was with us on Friday, and he was at the Egg Bowl this weekend, and he's got some foresight in it. And I told him a little bit today. I did a little bit. You know, one of the things I told
you're not
him,
the only one.
Here, you know, people are mad that he left, but here's my last saying on that, and I'm gonna stop trolling. But where would you rather coach? Would you rather coach in a cotton field up in North Mississippi, or would you rather coach in a 102,000 fan stadium, cheering your name on the bayou, eating crawfish, and looking at the good scenery they got over there? So, what would you pick? What would you pick?
I told y'all what I would pick.
Baton Rouge is probably the murder capital of the world. And Oxford, Mississippi.
Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah, Oxford is not Jackson, Mississippi. But anyway, we have our own opinions.
Let me say
I think LSU got a good coach.
Do you know how many seats that LSU holds? Do you know how many?
Who gives a fuck if there's 8 people in the stands? Oxford, Mississippi is a town of 22,000.
Exactly. So there's traffic going in, traffic
going
out.
Do you have to have 100? Is that to qualify as being a good program? Is that what makes?
Well, let me ask you this: if you have 102,000 people screaming your name, or 65, what one would you want? What would you covet?
I would like the place that I feel the most comfortable and I like, and apparently he likes that. Yeah.
Obviously, nobody feels comfortable in Ole Miss as they keep leaving. Tommy Tuberville was one of them.
That was 1999,
but
that's the last person that left.
And then you can't get anybody to come.
David Cutcliffe. Anyway,
you ran him out of town.
Well, he would not change his.
Eli. He was the second winningest coach besides Lane Kiffin in Ole Miss history. Y'all ran him out of town, and look what you've gotten since.
Johnny Vault in the 60s and 70s.
190 wins, Johnny Vault. I looked it up today.
Right.
190 wins.
That was when our parents.
The next one after that, the next best coach after that was David Cutcliffe with 50-something wins, and y'all ran him out of town. He did good
under Eli, but then he came in and he won 4 games, and they just simply asked him to make some changes, and he said nope. And I get it. Cutcliffe stuck by his people, but no, I've talked to a lot of people today, and I got a lot of. I could go a bunch of different ways here, but no. Anyway, I go back. I know I said on our Egg Bowl week, I said either 65 or 70% he's going to LSU and 30% Ole Miss, and I guess I was, if I'd have said 100%, maybe I would have looked better. But I thought that, hey, he's gone 3 or 4 weeks. He could have signed the contract like some of the other coaches for Indiana and Oregon, and some of them did. So I kind of felt like I was like, if we win that Egg Bowl, maybe he goes in there and he celebrates with those kids and just says, you know what, I can't leave this. That was my percentage points that thought that he may stay. And anyway, and so I held out hope that he would stay because he's a good coach, and he coaches quarterbacks well and all that stuff. So anyway, can't blame the guy at all. And if you're an Ole Miss fan, if you're Ole Miss fan is going to act like Tennessee fan did 10 years ago. They're hurt right now. And I can deal with it. But I just think it's the way that he,
I agree.
Some people, it's just, the way that he handled the whole thing. He kind of left, and if you heard some things that I did today, that he's trying to make Keith Carter, our athletic director, which is an amazing guy I know very well, he's trying to make him out to be the villain and say, well, I wanted to coach this team and be there till the end. And Keith Carter.
You don't think he did?
But you don't go work for a rival of yours. And
we talked about this again. Ole Miss is not a rival.
Oh God!
It's like Georgia Tech is a rival to Georgia.
Oh.
That's not a rival. It's not even close.
You said when I was a kid, y'all were a speck on the wall. Well, when you were a kid in the 80s, you had Curly Hallman, you had Jerry DiNardo. They all sucked ass, okay? You didn't win anything until 2004.
Don't get all upset with me.
I'm not. But you said when I was a kid. Okay, well, tell me how good they did in the 80s and early 90s. Just when you were a kid.
How good?
Late 70s.
Okay, calm down.
No, but you told me that. You
but
said you're a speck on the wall to us LSU fans.
Actually, I said,
okay.
You're not even a pitbull on a tiger's ass,
right.
is what I said.
I know. but just tell me. So that you said when I was a kid. So when you were a kid, tell me about all your accolades there in the 80s and 90s. I'm waiting. But anyway, so I know my SEC history, but anyway, it's the way that
you still have rivals.
Well, who's your rivals?
Alabama.
They beat
Florida.
the shit out of y'all every year. Okay, who else?
Alabama and Florida right now for me is the rivals.
Florida, y'all. All right, well that's good. I got you. I follow you. But the last 2 times y'all beat us at home, you rushed the fucking field. Okay, so somebody at that stadium does not like Ole Miss. Okay,
well,
look it up. Go look it up.
I'm not
Dog
sure.
Father.
I'm not sure what games you're talking about. But I was there.
I will pull it up on YouTube.
I was there in 2019.
Go look the last 2 times they did it under Hugh Freeze. They did it a couple years ago. They rushed the field.
That was that was more than 2 years ago because I was there in 2019.
But the last 2 victories, we beat y'all 4 out of the last 7 years or something like. You act like the record. Anyway. But pull it up on YouTube if you'd like to see. You rushed the field the last 2 times you beat us down there. So somebody in that stadium thinks we're a rival. You don't. We're a speck on the wall on the freaking,
No, you're
to you guys. Correct. That's what we are. But anyway, I know we're to anybody. We're little old Ole Miss and can never. So anyway,
here's
in my lane. We're little old Ole Miss. So
I do think you wanted to finish out the season. I do think as any coach, any player wants to see out what they've started. However, with the decision coming this week at the end of the regular season, I feel like it was a natural breaking point, like natural end point, and that's probably why the AD said, "Nah, we'll just go with the next guy. Thank you for your services." And if it had not been, LSU, maybe that feels a little different. So,
you're right.
If it had been Florida, the same decision probably would have been the same,
But Dogfather, this is he would want to stay in our facility. He's an employee now of LSU.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to stay in our facility for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks and recruit our coaches, our players. Hell no. You lock the door and throw away the keys telling him to get the fuck out of there.
He's going to recruit him anyways if he's there or not.
Well, then do it then. But don't let him sit in our facility when you're going, which we're not a rival to you guys. But anyway, so – You can say all you want. So he had a meeting today.
Papa D.
He did not even come. He didn't have the balls to go in there and talk to his players.
That ended up not happening. I thought he had that meeting with the team.
Caleb Odom transferred from Alabama to Ole Miss. He put a post on there. He deleted it. But no, I give him kudos. He said that man did not have the guts to come in here and tell us, bye. And so, no, he did not talk to his players. That meeting that happened at 1:00 that he kept pushing back so he could still try to get – he sent 2 airplanes to Oxford to fill it up with all these coaches. You know how many people got on the airplane? 3 fucking people. He sent one airplane out of there empty, and he took the strength coach, and he took but anyway, so
he's making $13 million a year. He don't need
exactly. But he thought he was going to snap his fingers, and every Tom, Dick, and Harry, he said, if you don't get on this airplane right now, and these Ole Miss people, they have families. They don't know if they have a job with the new regime. So they were put in weird situations. And he said, if you don't get on this plane right now, so one or two of them got on there. But yeah, he thought that every one of them was just going to go jump on there and leave with them. And it didn't happen that way. So again, they got him a good coach. I don't like the way it all went down. And then part of it's the NCAA with these timelines that we have for the transfer portal and this and that, because Ole Miss, we got to look forward to our next year, and we can't have him there for 5-6 weeks and not somebody that's going to be there and recruit. So anyway, it's just bizarre, and I don't think this is ever. I don't think there's anything been even close to this bizarre in a coaching search.
I would have to disagree. I mean,
okay.
LSU and Nick Saban was terrible. Nick Saban said a week before he left he was staying. The next thing you know, he's going to Miami. And it was
way more that happened in this one.
But here's the thing. It's way more because there's media more now. There's more social media.
Correct.
You weren't involved in it. I was. It hit me hard. And it was tough because my coach said he was staying. And next thing you know, he's leaving and going to Miami.
Yeah.
Nowhere do I remember did Lane Kiffin said he was staying. You know?
He just
so
he
never
said, I'm going to deal with this after the season.
Yeah.
And we know he was not true. He was dealing with it during the season. He sent his family, part of his family to Gainesville, part of his family to Baton Rouge. So, he lied about what he was.
And let's finish this up, as I know this is not an LSU Ole Miss station. This is Between the Hedges.
Yeah, well, this is good stuff, though. This is good content.
So there's some questions that arose in the beginning for Mr. Double D here, okay? He asked what the record was for LSU and Ole Miss in the 80s, and I've got them pulled up. So let's go over that first.
Total record, y'all are about 8 or 9.
Let's go over this first. In the 80s.
80s and 90s.
Okay.
It's probably about 500.
49 wins for Ole Miss compared to 60 losses in the 80s.
I said y'all got about 8 or 9. Okay, so you 11. Okay.
LSU, 65 wins to 47 losses. Now let's go head to head. Let's look at that.
What are you talking about head to head?
LSU and Ole Miss together. Head to head. Is that what that means, Thoughtfather?
Well,
yeah,
what was
head to head.
All right, they went 2-2 and 1. They won 2, lost 2 each, and they tied once. Okay, so it was an even stretch. Okay,
I didn't say we dominated y'all, but for you to say we were a fly on the wall and we were piss ants.
You were a pit bull on the tiger's ass.
All right,
let's get it right. Over the last 30 years, LSU has a winning record against Ole Miss.
Probably a couple, 3 or 4.
Okay, so let's look at that.
Anyway,
okay. They're 64 and 40. Okay, let's look at Ole Miss.
What's 64 and 40?
LSU versus Ole Miss.
Hey, but go look up. Did LSU rush the field the last 2 times they beat Ole Miss? All right, just look it up. But we're not a rival of them. They don't care about us.
We don't.
Yeah, these new students don't understand the rivalry. Hey, that's what it is.
True. They don't like Ole Miss. It's a, they want a rival, and anyway, they don't know about the 59, 60, 62. And I wasn't alive then, but that was the Billy Cannon.
On Halloween night when he ran it back against Ole Miss.
He sure did.
Yeah.
And every
and
single
he won the Heisman that year.
Every single Ole Miss person put a hand on him, and he broke a tackle. Anyway, that was.
And he won the Heisman.
And then he went to prison. But anyway.
What an end. And then he goes to prison.
And LSU won the national championship that year. So
they did. No, we share a piece of it or whatever, because back then 7 or 8 people gave national titles. Well, some of them would give them at the end of the year. Some of them would wait for the bowl game. You can look it up. Okay, we replayed LSU in the Sugar Bowl, beat them 21-3. Okay,
here's the last 10 matchups. Last 10 matchups. LSU Ole Miss
1959
7-3 Ole Miss right now. So last win was this year 24-19 Ole Miss. Bam. Mm-hmm. Okay. So there you go.
So 7-3 advantage. So
over the last 10 matchups.
Okay. Well, okay. We're not that peon that you call us. But, anyway.
And just to put a nice bow on this.
Yes,
that's because of Lane. So you should be very thankful to Lane in the last 6 years.
Oh, yeah,
getting that program to where it is.
Yep.
Hopefully the new coach continues that. I don't know anything about him. Apparently, he was the D coordinator. I think he had a much better year last year.
But he was almost fired at Alabama before Nick.
Yep.
So he's not very good.
I mean, we'll see.
Good redneck, good dip snuff. Likes to sit up in the booth and spit in his cup. Players like him. I didn't yet head coach material. But we'll see.
To be determined.
Right. But Joe Judge is gonna, he coached the Giants, New York Giants there for a couple years, and he took one of those analyst positions under Lane for a few years, so he's a big help. And when everybody was wanting to jump off a cliff saying that all of our coordinators were going to leave and go to LSU, it's looking like we're keeping some of them. So anyway, but Pete Golden is just a good guy. Do we know if he's head coach? Don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know.
I'm gonna say one last thing about all this mess is this. They're not. Ole Miss is not giving him credit. Not only that, they should have known this is a temporary thing. Again, it's not knocking Ole Miss, but he was going to go to bigger and better things, and it was not going to stay at Ole Miss. And so,
he's always done that.
He was being groomed by Nick Saban. He went to Florida Atlantic, I think is where he went, and he won 2 or 3 good seasons there. And know that this was a stepping ground for him to go forward. And again, this move was not worse than what Nick Saban did to LSU back 20-some years ago. I just don't think it is.
He went to the pros.
Doesn't matter. He said he was never leaving. I'm not going. I will coach this team next year. I think is what the quote he said.
Well,
so
coaches lie.
They do. But real quick, Lane Kiffin never lied. He never said he was staying. He never said he was staying.
No, I give him that.
And if he would have, this would have been over 2 weeks ago.
I mean, again,
exactly.
He did great things. I mean, anyway.
I think my point is this: Tommy Tuberville left. All these other coaches are leaving.
He wouldn't bail.
Because they know they're not going to be able to get what they need to get in Oxford. It's just not. It's a great town. I've been there. I've been to a game. I've been to the Grove.
So we've won 10 games, 4, 5. So you say we can't get there. Where are you trying to get? Ole Miss has won 10 games.
What I'm saying is 5
years.
Ole Miss needed Lane Kiffin more than Lane Kiffin needed Ole Miss.
10 games since 2019.
That's what I'm saying. Ole Miss needed Lane Kiffin more than Lane Kiffin needed Ole Miss.
Okay.
And he knew that.
And he knew that.
Yeah.
Period.
He knew that.
Yeah. Well, he came out and did a documentary about it. That this is the greatest place. I quit drinking. I prayed to God. It's where I want to be. Yeah. Well, what did God tell him? You need to shaft all of your freaking players and go to Baton Rouge.
He said,
what God told him, and Nick Saban and Pete Carroll.
He said, go to
God's place.
Go to God.
I knew you were gonna say that, Mike.
What's the Bayou? Come on, can you get a little Bayou?
Yeah.
Oh, Tigers.
Laissez le rompante le relay, baby, or something like shit. I was close.
Just that's why you.
Well, let's go over our results.
Man. The SEC doesn't get any better. That's why we can do stuff like
this.
Look
at this shit. Go Dogs. Look at that. Look at
that little bitty Go Tigers down there. I love that. Let's see how we finished up the regular season. I do want to make one last comment
since Papa D's not on here. He said, yes, Mike, this is way worse and was handled way worse. I would have to disagree, Papa D. No one was in that more than I was at that time. And at the end of the day, there's more media now. There's more social media. People are on it. It was handled a lot worse than what people are playing out to be. Go watch some of the old clips. Go watch and see what Nick Saban did. It was bad. It was really bad. He left his players too. So
it sounds like y'all may have to agree to disagree, but we can get back on here on Friday and discuss it again if y'all want to. Part of our preview show. Hopefully he'll be back. He was feeling under the weather tonight. So
and Greg said it was a circus show. I think he meant a shit show. And the media did perpetrate a lot of the narrative, in my opinion, than what Lane Kiffin did. So
the picks. Let's
right.
see. I said that. Okay, and I was at the Egg Bowl, and I said Ole Miss would win, but they wouldn't cover. So I got to give it to you guys. Mississippi State put up a valiant effort in the first half, but Ole Miss hit on a couple big balls late. I think Trinidad Chambliss, I'm pretty upset that he's not even getting him and Kewan Lacey or anyway, maybe I'm missing something. They're not getting mentioned for things. And
I think Chambliss should be in the mention for Heisman.
I think he should at least be in the top 5. If they invite 5 people to New York or whatever, I think maybe he should be right there.
Did you look at the stats they put
He's
up
thrown for
game?
300 yards 7 times. Nobody's even
for the year for Chambliss. His stats
and he played 9.
Were very similar to Jaden.
He missed. He came in the third game, halftime. But anyway,
yes. So this is how we all picked the games this week. We had another 7-pack. Okay. And this was how we finished up the regular season. And we need to discuss whether we're going to continue this into championship week in the playoff or not. That's up for discussion here. So
what's the final record?
The final record, if we stop after this week, drum roll.
Oh, yeah.
That would mean Papa D won by 4 games.
Nice.
Over me.
We were going spreads?
Yeah, spreads, all spread. So here I am.
Yeah. I mean, if you can hit okay.
I hit 3, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why is it? Can y'all see the bottom, like our percentages?
Yeah, I'm at 51, but for some reason, Micah and David are covered up.
Yeah. So sorry about that. So it looks like 64 and 66. Am I right about that?
Is that what it is? 64, 66, 50, and 51. Okay.
Papa D, comment if that's correct. I think our percentages were 64 and 66, which last year we were like,
and I am protesting
terrible
games, if not at least the one game, the last game against Pitt and Georgia Tech. I'm protesting that game. Okay, that's
you're protesting it, but you said it was your bad.
Yeah, I did make a mistake, but I'm still I still can protest that.
Okay.
Hey,
61 and 66. That's what
I got. One thing. I saw this on Twitter. I had to laugh, and they were like, "Okay, so here we are. Ole Miss had its best regular season since 1900. Vanderbilt had its best season ever in the history of the world. Oklahoma, they're 9-2, 10-2, had an amazing year. I don't know. They named all these teams. They said, but yet somehow here we are again with Alabama and Georgia in the SEC championship game. At 3 of the last 5 years. I'm like, yeah. It's like,
yeah.
Vegas. Can you say Vegas?
No. The standard is the standard.
Don't
That's what I'm going to say about that.
Don't say Vegas.
The standard is the standard.
Hey, I do want to say this. One of my favorite nephew chimed in here. Should they have let players vote on him staying to coach? Your thoughts? What do you think about that, Double D?
Apparently, the Lacey, the running back, said that they should get a vote. He went on TikTok and said that.
Half of them walked out. If you go look at the footage, 4 or 5 of them walked out and said, Pete Golding era is here. Anyway, Keith Carter told them so that there was no vote. There was never a vote because he didn't show up. He was too much of a weasel to show up to tell his team bye. And I get it. That's tough. That would be tough to walk in there and look those guys in the face that you recruited, telling them you're leaving. But anyway, so there was no vote. That didn't take place.
Yeah, and apparently the reports are that it's up to the administration. So it's just like such a weird handling of this whole situation.
And why is it up to administration? The players play. Administration doesn't. I don't like that. Administration is the one that made the mistake of doing what they've done and got where they're in.
They made the
players play
decision.
the game.
You cannot allow him to be there.
Yeah, and Papa D saying the AD told him not to show up. Well, the AD's not
the players came
powerful.
Players were there at 1:00. Kiffin moved it back from 9 a.m. to 1:00. That was 2 Eastern. 1:00, and They had 10 guys on their kind of a committee, but then they had the other players, and they showed up. Lots of them. There's reports out there, and he didn't come in and address his players. So anyway,
there you go.
And hey, I mean, that's tough to do. That would be tough for him to do. But no, that's yeah. Keith Carter talked to him.
Let's talk about this going into the 12-game team, the 12 team. You've got, Oklahoma barely pulled it out against LSU, if you ask me. You got LSU Texas beating off Texas A&M. Auburn was a good showing against Alabama, if you ask me. 27-20. I mean, come on. And then look at this: Georgia Tech and Georgia 16-9. I mean, these are all tight games. I know they're rival games, but the only one that wasn't really that close was Ole Miss against Mississippi State.
Yeah, but you can't. Yeah.
So no, but you can't.
Mississippi State's not.
No, they're not.
Team.
Vandy looks strong. Should Vandy be in the top 12?
What it comes down to is there's going to be one or two spots for that's going to have Notre Dame's in, I think, but Miami,
I think
Miami, Vanderbilt. Texas, I mean, they have an argument, but they're not going to get in.
They lost to Florida. If you didn't lose that game to Florida,
Miami, it's going to – we thought when we went to 12 teams, it would solve all the problems.
No.
And now it just made it more freaking
I never thought
made
that.
It extremely bad, especially with this season, how there's like a more even playing field in the top 12 to 15 range, where it's just like, who do you put in at this point? Because I was talking to one of my buddies at church today, and we were just having this conversation about who should be in and who's probably going to be in.
And I hate to say conversation. Yeah,
and that was just going to lead to another hours on end conversation. I personally feel like Miami should be over Notre Dame, but the committee just likes to. The committee just wants to keep Notre Dame in so they can keep getting blown out or lose. So, I don't know.
So what about this? Do people get penalized for playing in the championship game of their conference? So
I don't think so.
So Bama is.
They've said before,
Bama has enough wins against ranked opponents.
They've got 4.
You can't throw away that Florida State loss, but if they lose to Georgia,
they're in.
They're in.
They're in. Yeah,
they're in.
Because they've got the most wins in the country against the current top 25 in the CFP. So they're going to be in.
I was just asking. That's a tough one.
If they're in, they should be. To me, the top.
Sorry to interrupt. If it's not them, it's definitely going to be Vandy.
Yeah.
Not only there was 3 teams, in my opinion, this weekend that separated themselves. At the end of the season, Ohio State dominated Michigan. Okay. Ole Miss dominated Mississippi State. And this game, which we talked about on Friday, was going to be the best game, I think, of the weekend, in my opinion, was Vandy against Tennessee. And Vandy dominated
I was
Tennessee.
Amazed.
Destroyed.
I was amazed that
those
Vandy,
3 teams separated themselves. That's just plain and simple.
I'm sorry. All kudos to Vanderbilt, man.
And at the end of the game,
that's amazing.
And you know better. Momentum is everything going into these championship games. When you have that momentum going in, it means a lot. And Georgia's a strong, strong team, but they've always started slow, but they've managed it in the second half of their season and quarter of every game. They've dominated. They didn't do that against Georgia Tech. And that was Georgia Tech. I understand that, but still, they own a neutral field.
Kirby Smart has a plan, and his plan. But Kirby's he's amazing.
Yeah, I'm not gonna doubt Kirby. We're gonna be ready to play this week.
When he beats UAB, 21-10, and people, no, Kirby knows exactly what he's doing.
Everybody's like, "Oh, you only won by 7," and then
you didn't cover the spread against Fresno State. look, Kirby knows what he's doing.
He's like,
man.
I don't give a rat's ass, man. He's like, I'm here to just win ball games, and that's what we keep doing. I mean,
and he's got a lot of freshmen, I believe, that play that you have to bring
Yes.
them along. You're not going to go in week 1 and
will it benefit Ole Miss to sit out the championship and possibly have to play in Alabama or Georgia in that second or third game? Would it benefit?
I think that I don't think they can penalize us for our coach leaving. Somebody said, "Oh, they're going to knock y'all down." They can't, dude. We should. Well,
they
should host,
but they might
first. That would be a travesty if they did.
It takes away from
but we're going to host a first round game, and Alabama. I don't want that. We've seen that would make for good TV. Love Alabama. Love the passion from but that's where they have it at right now. Now we'll see where it lands, but I would love to see Notre Dame. They probably would be favored to beat us. But anyway, that would make for great TV. Notre Dame, Miami, maybe I don't know. Virginia would be an ACC, a crappy ACC team's got to get in. I would like them, but does that set up for must-watch TV? No. But does Notre Dame or Miami? Hell yeah. Or Alabama.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
I don't think any ACC team is going to get in regardless.
Is that so? Help me out here. Is that a possibility for
what about Miami?
Single person in the conference? I didn't think that was
the reason why. So here's a good fight for it. Here's a good fight for it. So let's say, Duke wins it, right?
Wait,
they go 8-5.
Yeah,
right.
Duke and Virginia.
Duke and Virginia.
All right.
And they could be the Cinderella of the ACC and win the ACC
and be 7-5.
Now they'll be 8-5 after that game, right?
Right.
So with all the teams in the SEC, you got all the Big 12 teams, because Oregon's waiting. They're not in the championship game. You got Tulane and North Texas going at it. Then you got to figure out who's going to go from them. And then you also have Independent, which is going to be Notre Dame. So you got
James Madison and Troy, because James Madison could sneak in too.
That too. So there's a good chance that the ACC champion won't get in because of these other teams.
So it's not an automatic bid. It's not an automatic bid.
I don't think they are this year.
And what is Tulane? I mean, Ole Miss blasted them 48-3. Like so. Does this non-Power 5? Do they have to get in? Don't they have to be ranked above a certain level?
I think they've got to be. They could in the rankings. So they have to be in the top 25.
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was 15 or something like that.
To be considered.
Let me say my 2 cents in that. To me, if you win your conference, you should be in, no matter what your record is. I mean, just like in football, I'm gonna bring this up. The Saints had to go
8-5, Duke.
The Saints had to go to Seattle. Seattle had a losing record, but they won their division. And Saints were,
I remember
they were second in their division, whatever, and they went and they lost that game. To me, if you win your division, you should go. That's how it should be. I think winning your division or winning your conference should mean something. It should go back to that. I don't like how the SEC, there's no more East and West. I think it's stupid. I think it should go back to that. And at the end of the day, it should help.
Not when they added.
Because at the end of the day, we haven't gotten away from BCS if we're doing it this way. I mean,
it's basically just like the BCS algorithm.
It is a BCS algorithm. If you have a winning record, or if you win your championship or your conference or whatever it may be, then you should be in, period, no matter your record. That's how it should be. And then you go from there.
Yeah,
and that's your opinion. But an
8-5
team is not should not go in over a 10-2 SEC team.
LSU
went
and beat Georgia in the SEC championship game years ago. LSU went and beat Georgia in the SEC championship game. Alabama rested They got in. It's the year that LSU never crossed the 50-yard line in the Sugar Bowl. It was terrible. And Alabama still got in, and they didn't even win their SEC championship. They didn't even go to the championship game. It was LSU and Georgia. And Alabama got voted in to go to, and they beat LSU in that championship game. It was stupid. It don't make any sense to me. If you win your championship game, then you should be able to be in automatically, period. Now, if you come in at the bottom somewhere,
if you're
and
10-2 or something,
but if you don't even make it to the championship, it doesn't matter. College basketball has it right. All right, Division II.
We should let
Division II
64 teams in.
Why not? Why not?
How are we going to draw that shit out till March?
Wouldn't you like to watch that during Christmas time?
Yeah.
That's where this is headed, because everybody thinks that expansion is the answer, and it's really not.
If I'm not mistaken, why do they call it March Madness for something? Because it happens. It takes all of March to play these games, and then to me, that's how you should. If you take us out, you take the people out, and then you put it into the hands of the players and the coaches, and that's how a lot of this will be fixed, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. So
I see what you're saying. Yeah. Football and basketball are a little bit different. You can play a game of basketball 2 days later.
I mean, they are. It totally is. But if you want to fix this narrative, you're not going to put 2-10 in. If you win your conference championship, you're in. If you don't, boom, you're out.
No, I think we're where we need to be. I mean, when it was 2 teams, we bitched. When it was 4 teams, we bitched. Now we're at 12 teams, we're bitching. So hey,
it's just always going to happen.
A couple games, if you get left out, I mean, you can argue all you want, but hey, you lost a couple games, and now I still think what happened to Florida State a couple years ago, when they went undefeated
but they still lost. They still lost their bowl game that year.
They lost by 60 to Georgia.
Right, Georgia absolutely skull-drugged them. I think it was 45-0 at halftime. But anyway,
we had Muschamp's son taking snaps in the third quarter at QB. He was a walk-on.
But of course, Danny Cannell and all those blowhards on Twitter were like, "Well, we didn't." Danny,
they didn't play so and so. I don't. You think who didn't care? Kirby and the Georgia players.
The third string Georgia. Yeah, that was
a win's a win.
Yeah, that
was fun.
And whoever played that season or that championship was going to go up against Georgia. So you're there. You made it to the national championship. You got to play, and obviously TCU didn't play.
Yeah.
They got their ass whooped.
Right, and still we're complaining and crying.
Man, exactly. I can't believe some of these rankings right here. Texas A&M lost to a 15th ranked Texas team, and you still got them in the top 5. I just don't see it.
The Notre Dame win is big, but their SEC wins are. If you look, the bottom, they're 7 wins at the bottom 7 teams.
In my opinion, the score didn't reflect it, but I thought Texas kind of dominated that game.
Texas has a badass defense.
Texas is terrible.
I wouldn't say dominated.
Like
Texas offensive line is terrible.
It was Texas A&M's first loss. That was my reasoning for keeping them in the top 5.
It is their first loss.
First loss at the very end of the season. They had a great season.
Right.
They're still a really good team. They're going to go to the playoff. They're going to host a playoff game. So, I mean, I think
I like their coach. He's a good old scold.
It doesn't matter if it's their first loss. To me, they
didn't get skull drugged. They lost by 10 points. So
in a rowdy environment.
On the road in a rivalry game.
I agree, but I mean they didn't play Georgia, Ole Miss, Alabama, or they didn't.
No, they didn't play the top tier of the SEC.
But again, you got to play your schedule, and that's what it is.
Right. Yeah. You play the schedule in front of you, and that's why nothing else really changed for me. I just flip-flopped Oregon and Texas A&M. Everything else stayed the same because it matters what happens this week. This isn't, we don't rank based on the seedings, because obviously if we did that, we would have JMU or North Texas or somebody. I don't care about that. I'm just saying these are my best 12 teams in the country right now, and it's hard to argue against any of these teams right now. So,
Yeah. And my rankings got messed up. I sent my
Let's
dad
just
the
remember
wrong
this, though.
rankings.
oh,
I'm
you
sorry,
did?
I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Daddy. I just remember this though about Texas A&M. They barely beat Notre Dame.
They
They
did.
barely
They
beat
did.
Notre Dame.
Yeah, I don't think you should get penalized. Well, you definitely should get penalized for barely beating Notre Dame.
Well, what's
Hell,
the box score in that
I mean,
game?
But Georgia barely beat Georgia Tech.
Notre Dame was leading.
Yeah.
Okay.
The person
Yeah,
that has
Florida.
Oregon, Matthew, down at 8, I kind of agree with that a little bit. A lot of y'all have Oregon at 4. If you look at their wins,
They're undefeated.
No, they're not.
No, they
They
lost
They
to
got
Indiana.
ass pounded at home
Indiana.
by Indiana by
That's
about
right.
50.
And I picked that game. I remember that.
Okay, but
You
anyway,
did.
they I don't know. They don't have a lot of impressive wins, but anyway.
They don't, but the argument's the same for me as it is for Texas A&M. The schedule wasn't impressive, but they're a one-loss team, a Power 4 team. I respect the hell out of Oregon and Dan Lanning and what he's got going on there. They're a tough physical team, so I don't know that I'd want to play them.
No,
that's true.
I agree.
I mean, if I'm Georgia, I'm okay playing them because that's our style. We match up with that. But like if I'm BYU or I don't know, Oklahoma maybe. Oklahoma's got a really good defense, but I don't know, just somebody else like that. Virginia has no shot against Oregon.
Texas Tech. I watched that because I bet on it, and they lost to who was it? They had a bad loss. Okay, I forgot who.
Without their starting quarterback.
Oh, is that what? Okay, but they stroked West Virginia at West 49, and I mean,
that was West Virginia's worst home loss ever.
You don't do that unless you're, legit. And so I was questionable, with them, and I'm still iffy about BYU, but no, Texas Tech proved to me they deserve to be there.
They're in either way.
Right? Correct. They're definitely top 4 team now because it's going to be Ohio State, Indiana, Georgia, and then them in the rankings. And then after this weekend for the championship, because Ohio State and Indiana go at it, we're going to see how that plans out, see where they put the losing team in that from that championship down to. But it's definitely they're definitely top 4, top 5 team for sure.
The Georgia Bulldogs. So tell me, so you're one of the 4 easily with the bye the first week, but I know you've lost 6 of your last 7 against Bama. Yeah. So if Bama, wins a close game, what is Georgia? I mean, do you think they stay one of the 4?
No, probably not.
They drop into the
we'll probably host a game
first round thing. Okay.
Yeah, at worst. I think if Georgia loses right now, like Matthew said, I think Tuesday night, it'll be us at 3. And we lose a close game to Alabama, then we don't fall past 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Max
because 8. And 8's hosting still, but I don't think we're going to go all the way to 8. Not losing a conference championship game.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So we're hosting, Ohio State's hosting, or Indiana's hosting, maybe both.
Can Georgia beat Alabama twice this year?
Yeah, you mean can Alabama beat Georgia twice?
Alabama beat Georgia.
Can Georgia beat Alabama twice this year? Right?
No.
You mean
they didn't?
Oh, that's right.
Hey, you got to help my man Mike. Mike over here. He's still a little confused.
Actually,
about some things.
He's on the Lane Kiffin train.
Right,
he's
on a
high now.
Lane train.
Yeah.
Actually, I was trying to.
He's like this all the time right now.
He's about to start trolling
like
everybody. So
can y'all beat him twice this year? No, you can't. You didn't beat him the first time.
Right? Can you lose? Can you lose
Tiger
twice?
Mike? Tiger Mike.
Georgia's
you remember when we You remember when Georgia lost to them in the SEC championship? What happened?
The next time.
No.
The next time we beat them in the national championship where it mattered.
That was that one. Yep, that was the one. Georgia.
That's the one
Alabama's
out of
gonna be-
11. That's one out of
the
11.
Alabama's going to be a 2.5-point favorite in the SEC championship game. I've already called some friends in Vegas.
Kirby loves to be the underdog.
Georgia's going to steamroll. They're going to. Yep, you guys are going to have a good time.
Listen,
I'm trying.
I do not think Georgia will beat Alabama. I think Alabama will beat them.
They're going to beat their ass. They are.
I like the confidence. I love it.
No, I mean,
I'm trying to get a ticket to that game. I'm talking to some of my higher up bosses with my job to see if I can get a ticket.
This SEC championship game should travel. Should it stay in Atlanta or should it go other places?
Atlanta's the best spot.
It should stay in Atlanta.
Why?
Yeah, best spot.
Why
I mean, I cuss it. The SEC baseball where they move it around, or SEC basketball. They've had it in freaking Tampa before. I'm like, what the hell are we doing here? You gotta look and see where you're.
I don't think it needs to stay in Tampa, but I think it should stay.
No, not Tampa. I'm just saying. One time they had the SEC basketball tournament in Tampa.
But stop.
Okay.
Yeah. What's Tampa?
I think it should stay within the conference.
Totally cool with Atlanta. Is a.
I wouldn't be opposed to it moving.
What about Birmingham or New Orleans?
No, there's nothing good enough to play.
It's got to go to a good travel hub.
They do have
that's number one.
Stadium in Birmingham.
Play at Legion Field, where you get your car broken into.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
why would we want to go to New Orleans? The last
I
time
guarantee you go to Atlanta,
but
you get your car broken into.
Yeah, no, I think it's worked out.
I think it should travel. I think it should travel
because you got Missouri. You got people. It's a good,
And why not play in
it's central.
Well, why play in a?
You don't do that. You play it on a neutral field.
Why wouldn't playing in?
You think
it makes Missouri or Arkansas or
stop it?
Well, then Gainesville's
got
to go. Yeah, help this guy.
No,
stop it, Tiger.
Tiger Mike. I just think
why would you not play in Missouri? With Florida, Gainesville,
because
they got to go.
Doesn't Mobile have a good football stadium in there?
Lad Missouri freaking dump. It lad people's anyway.
No, Tiger Mike, stop it.
Yeah, put this guy to bed.
Wouldn't you like to see the SEC championship in New Orleans? I would.
He just has a problem with it because
Tiger Mike.
He has a problem with it because it's been the Georgia and Alabama Invitational.
Exactly.
Not LSU.
So
and it's not going to be LSU next year either. With Lane Kiffin, I'm sorry to tell you that.
Georgia in the SEC championship several times before under Mark Richt. So please, I've seen that several times.
It was once,
at least twice. Once.
Don't mess with my boy Mark Richt.
Sure, it's not twice.
Love that guy.
It was once.
I love Mark Richt too.
He's a good coach. I like him. He didn't do good in Miami though.
I like when Ray Goff.
Imagine him and Carson Beck together; they probably would have been good.
When Ray Goff and the other guy there, almost beat them a couple times when those guys were there.
Yeah.
Jeez.
This was fun, guys.
Yeah, I always have a lot of fun with this. I'm actually sad. That's the end of the regular season, y'all. Like, there's no going back. Yeah. That's the last regular season game.
So we got to pick. Lee,
yeah.
How do you pronounce her name? Lee what?
How do you say that? Matern?
Matern. They say the matern on the Bayou Dish, yeah. They say matern. He said LSU. LSU. Mama said LSU Tigers.
No. Wait, I got something, guys. While Ole Miss is playing for a national championship, LSU will be in the Poulon Weed Eater Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana.
They're going to play in the Pop Tart Bowl.
Don't consider Shreveport part of Louisiana.
Oh, the Weed Whacker Bowl is amazing. Come on, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, that's where LSU's headed this year. It's the Weed Whacker Bowl.
Hey, or the taxpayer bowl.
Taxpayer Bowl.
Yeah.
The Poinsettia Bowl.
Yeah, I hope it's the Weed Whacker Bowl in Shreveport. I can't wait.
But listen, at the end of the day, this is anything above I-12 is Yankee land to South Louisianians.
Yeah.
So when you go to
so we're
Shreveport,
Yankees. There's no way I'm a Yankee.
Yeah,
I
you're a
hate
Yankee.
Yankees.
When you go to Shreveport, as we say, Shreveport in Monroe, there is not anything good up there. That is Arkansas and that's Texas, is what those people are part of. They are not part of Louisiana. Okay.
They don't talk like Coach Ogeron. Go in down there in the gate. Anyway, yeah, trust me. We
Go Tigers.
Hey, Lane's going to bring him on staff.
Is he?
Hey,
Yes.
I think that's a great fit because not only that, he's a damn good recruiter.
He can recruit.
He is one
He
of the
is.
best defensive.
He's
He's one of the best defensive line coaches in the country.
Brilliant mind.
And-
Brilliant mind.
Hey, he won a national championship.
Yeah, because he's a brilliant guy.
How many national championships y'all won in 20 years?
3.
I can count.
But it was like a
I can
million
count
years ago.
6 in the last 6, 7 years, and that's
Shut
not
up.
even football.
Auburn claims some national titles, and Alabama claims a few. Anyway,
You
we
see
won
that?
some.
Don't-
Yeah. We don't.
Hey, number three
Number 3's loading right now.
Mhm, we're loading into that. It's
Number
just
3
got to
loading.
download real quick.
Well,
Hey,
thanks
I
for
just
having
want to
me,
let you guys know that from what my parents or my pops used to say, no, nothing but Yankees. Anybody above I-12 is Yankee land. So go Rebs and Confederate ain't nothing.
Lane Kiffin, Lane Train, baby.
Lane Train.
A hoe and a housewife, whatever.
Can't be
He's a hoe.
Ben Garrett, no Ben. Anyway, he's a hard.
Well, if y'all seen the new things going around, they're calling him an HOE, and they're calling LSU with purple and gold, as a hoe, and then with the blue and the red is a housewife. So
hey, if he wins, don't give a shit what you call it.
Yeah. They're
Yeah.
not gonna care.
Oh man. Well, howdy toddy, man. Good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for being on.
Sure.
We'll have to do it again. We'll have another show Friday night. We'll preview the championship games. We'll pick them, and because I'm making the executive decision here, guys. I think we should pick championship week at least, and continue our pick 'em, and
I like it.
Then we can discuss the playoff, whether we want to do that or not. And then, I'm excited for this week, championship week. Wasn't expecting to be here, but Georgia went 7-1, and what can you do? You go 7-1, 8-0 in the conference. You're just gonna be there every year. So whatever, that's fine. We'll take it.
Ole Miss, so we still catch hell, and we should. But in 2003, Eli Manning's senior year, when we tied LSU, we both went 7-1 in the conference, but LSU went to the SEC championship game. We hung a banner that said 2003 SEC champs. And so anyway, but to be honest with you, we tied.
Coach
You
James.
just right.
So
this year we can hang a banner because there's 4 teams. No, I was telling my friends
Tied for first.
we're hanging a banner, motherfucker. We're hanging because Ole Miss.
well, that's why you need East and West.
Because there's like 4
That's why you
teams
need
that are
East.
tied at like 7-1.
That's why you
So,
need East and West.
Banner.
You don't.
You don't need
Oxford,
East and West.
SEC champions.
I don't like
banner.
this one conference. You need East.
Banner.
You don't need East and West because you have 2 teams playing in the game, and then you have only one team's name going on the trophy. So
Well, no, I think you need East and West. But hey, to go back to this,
we got plenty of
Even-
space for banners. Y'all don't have space for banners.
yeah,
We
we're
got a lot
running
of
out of
space.
space.
Okay, my buddy at Wings earlier said,
they have
Derek,
room.
our SEC West champion trophies, they're probably in a closet somewhere. I'm like, oh, shit. I said,
Do you have any?
no, we don't. I said, but we have lots of room for some banners to put places, so we're gonna find them. Damn it! So anyway,
Let me just go back to
SEC regular season champions this year. Bang.
So what year was
Bang.
that? What year did that happen?
Oh, what?
You were just talking about the year that LSU and Ole Miss tied in football.
That was 2003. That was Eli's senior year. I was there. Jonathan Nichols, we lost 17-13. He was Luke Rosa Award winner. He missed 2 field goals. One of them 29 yards. The other one was 46 yards. But anyway, he only missed 3 field goals all year. 2 of them were in that game.
So even
that's the one where Eli tripped over Ben Claxton's center's foot.
Yeah,
but anyway, no, so good game. Good game.
Can I say something?
Yes, sir.
Even with all those accolades, even with all that good story you just gave us,
that's good.
Even the national committee wouldn't vote Ole Miss over LSU. You think Lane Kiffin would choose Ole Miss over LSU? No. So there you go. That's why nobody chooses Ole Miss over LSU.
We had a good year.
I think Lane Kiffin made a mistake. I think he should have stayed. That's just me.
I would have stayed.
He had a good thing going in Oxford, but I get it. Chase it. I mean, LSU's got, 18 of the top 20 players in that state. They want to go to LSU, and so
that's why
I get it.
My thing is,
wait till he loses 2 games. See Coon Ass Nation implode. Ole Miss, you've got some leeway to lose some games. But so anyway, we're going to see.
Lane Kiffin will be a better.
He better watch out at LSU, though. He better watch out if he loses 2 in a row or 3 in a row.
Yeah, and
that's the trend.
They're going to hand out another $100 million for free. Anyway, they're going to steal from another children's hospital.
Probably
down there. Anyway, but yeah,
the kids.
But
they don't need that money.
I don't know.
No, it's going to be interesting to watch, man. It's why we do what we do. We love this. This is great. And
here's the thing: Tommy Tuberville left Ole Miss, and now he's a senator in Alabama. You're not going to get anywhere in Mississippi if you stay where you're at. You got to leave Mississippi.
I was a senior at Ole Miss, and he said he gave an interview. You guys are younger, not you, old man, but he said you could drag me out of Oxford in a pine box or whatever, and then the next day he was in Auburn. Yeah, it was a good story. So yeah, but this one
now he's beloved as a senator in Alabama.
No, I mean, hey, he's beloved, coached, everything. I mean, and
look, I love Mississippi. I love where we're at. I love what's going on here. But here's a perspective number, and these are facts I'm about to tell you.
Facts.
There's more people that live in the cities of Baton Rouge and New Orleans in the whole state of Mississippi combined. There's nobody here. There's no culture. There's nothing.
Well, here's a cookie. What the fuck do you want to? I mean, yeah.
How they have two Power 5 schools in the same state?
They have 3 colleges, bro. I mean, that's a testament.
Tiger Mike, guess what?
What?
You're not in the national championship, so who gives a fuck?
It doesn't matter.
So while you're sitting on your couch watching us play for the Natty,
you're gonna watch this team
because you have
crush it.
So many people that live in your city. Oh, well, go ahead and get excited about that.
Let's just see
when our little poor ass town.
You see what's behind me?
You see this?
Let's just see what happens.
You see what's behind me?
Next year. Always next year.
Next year
since 2019, since Burrow left. Next year. Just wait till next year.
Next year, you're going to be doing the same thing. Sitting on your
you got Brian Kelly.
couch.
Wait till next year. Anyway, I'm just kidding.
I'll let you finish. But what I was going to say is this. What about the hype going into next year? LSU plays in Oxford. That's
I hope Ole Miss
talk about selling tickets, right?
Obliterates them.
Hey, they're gonna sell 68,000 tickets, and you only fit 65 in the stands. So go figure that. But I guarantee you this: LSU will probably pack Tiger Stadium to watch that same game and get 100,000 just to watch.
There'll be 1,000. There'll be 1,000
probably
fans there, bro. Like,
oh, that's funny.
That was another great episode tonight, guys. Appreciate it.
Can I go with you?
Well, I get 3 season tickets, and so my boys have soccer. You're with me, Tiger Mike.
Hey, there you go.
There you go.
I'd pay to be a fly on the wall to watch you guys at that game. y'all should take the show there. Give you the login, you stream.
You're gonna have a remote.
We just watch it.
Oh gosh, yeah. We should go to the Grove. Set up,
and
get everybody their comments, both LSU, and Rebel fans.
All
Tiger
right.
and Rebel. That would
All
be
right.
amazing.
It's
wouldn't it?
on like Donkey Kong. Let's
That'd be
go.
great.
I'd make the trip out there. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'll do it too. I'll
Yeah,
do
there
it.
was some Florida. Well, I don't know. Whoever played that, there were multiple people that set up there doing,
Doing podcasts.
right. Florida. It was Florida fan. They had a couple of them set up.
Speaking of Florida
man,
fans,
this
how
is
do you think
cool.
they feel right now? They're probably left. They feel
No,
I mean,
pissed.
they got all over me on Twitter.
I think they're going to
get.
get John Summerall. And look, I think he's going to be just as good, if not better.
They got him.
Summerall's a good coach.
And I like him. And Ole Miss, I think because of Lane Kiffin dragging his feet, that caused us to, to anyway.
I feel bad for Ole Miss.
Left with our defensive coordinator, but yeah, Summerall's the real deal. He's
Here it is. We can call it. My brother says we can call it Between the Hedges on the Road.
There we go.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. There we go. Good job, Greg.
We can make
I like
that
it.
happen.
all right. Well,
Feeling
I got my hoodie on. I got
feeling
my
the
Lane,
pulse of the SEC fans.
my Lane Kiffin hoodie because he's a hoodie.
There you go.
I wore it for you, Tiger Mike.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Hey, thank you guys.
Thanks for joining tonight.
Go
Love you
Tigers.
guys.
Go ahead.
Go Dogs.
Scotty.
We'll see y'all the night before the
Yeah.
SEC championship to root on the Dogs to win another trophy.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm rooting for the Dogs.
Y'all have a great
I
night.
think a lot of people are.
All right.
Get some sleep, Mike.
This is a good dream. Janet.
Yes.